25 more pages to finish the book. How many pages long is the book? Everybody, what's the answer?
73 pages.
That doesn't sound like 14 people answering me. What's the answer?
73 pages.
Better. Good job. C, measurement. The airplane was 1,200 meters above the ground. If the airplane climbs another 340 meters, how high will it be? Everybody.
1,540 meters.
Everybody, I should be on your paper reading your answer, okay? And then we'll check up here. Percent. 50% of 20 is what, everybody?
10.
Yeah, 10. Good job. 25% of 20 is what, everybody?
5.
5%. Okay, 10% of 20. Everybody?
2.
2. Very good. How many days is 32 weeks? How many days is 32 weeks? Everybody?
224 days.
224 days. All right. 4 times 9 is what, everybody?
36.
36 minus 1 is what?
35.
35 divided by 5 is what?
7.
7. 7 plus 1 is what?
8.
8 times 4 is what?
32.
32. Good job. Any questions over these?
Oh, I heard that 24.
Any questions? No? All right. Problem solving. Choose an appropriate problem-solving strategy to solve this problem. Sylvia, Goldie, and Kyle are trying to decide what to eat for lunch. Sylvia wants to eat either sandwiches or spaghetti. Goldie wants to eat salad, soup, or sandwiches. Kyle does not want to eat spaghetti, but is fine with anything else. What is a lunch choice that all three can agree on? I just want to say awesome, awesome, awesome job on problem solving on your guys' test. I don't think anybody missed a single one on that section. Very good job. You all underlined, you all answered the questions. Very, very good job. Was it simple? Okay, so what do we do here, Emma? What's the first thing?
Underline and bracket or?
Okay, what should I underline or bracket?
Okay, Sylvia, Goldie, and Kyle are trying to decide on what to eat for lunch.
Okay. Okay, what else? Anything?
Sylvia wants to eat either sandwiches or spaghetti.
Okay, so I'm just going to underline sandwiches or spaghetti. What else?
Goldie wants to eat either salad, soup, or sandwiches.
Okay, salad, soup, or sandwiches.
And then Kyle does not want spaghetti, so
So I'm going to make an extra spaghetti, okay? Because he doesn't want to eat it, right? No spaghetti, but it's fine with anything else, right?
And bracket, what is the lunch choice that all three can agree on?
Okay, so we have to find which one looks, or what is a lunch choice that all three can agree on. What else do I need to do? Ben?
To have a problem or strategy.
Yeah, a strategy. What strategy should we use? Peyton?
Make an organized list.
Okay, so I'm going to write up here.
No, wait.
They'll both work. Let's try an organized list. Okay, so I've written that down. So we're making an organized list. What do I do, Brayden?
Well, what I did was Sylvia, then I wrote the choices that she wants and gave her.
Okay, so Sylvia, and you wrote the choices underneath her. So what were her choices?
Sandwich, spaghetti.
Okay, so I'm going to put, how about SW for sandwich and SP for spaghetti, okay? All right, what would the next step be, Christopher? So he said put the name and what choice they want. So what would the next step be? Goldie?
Goldie,
Look in your book. What did Goldie want to eat?
Goldie wanted to eat salad, soup, or sandwich.
Okay, so salad, So,
That's you.
hang on just a second. Okay, perfect. I'll send them now. Thank you. All right, you two may go ahead and go and get a picture retakes done. Okay. So, Becca, back onto this. What did you say? He doesn't want spaghetti, right, Becca? Okay. So what should I do with spaghetti? Cameron.
Cross it out.
Cross it out? Okay, so Sylvia was the only one that wanted spaghetti, right? So we can't have spaghetti. But what's next, Casey? Goldie and Kyle have the same options, right? But Sylvia only has one option left. A sandwich. So what's the best option? Sandwich, right?
They all three can agree on it.
They all three agree on it. Very good. Okay, so I have solved my problem. What's next on our problem-solving sheets? Circle my answer. Is my answer circled?
Yeah.
It sure is. Freedom.
I thought it said the choices.
Oh, the choices? Okay. The best choice, yep. And then, did I show my work?
Yes.
Did I follow the plan?
Yes.
Did I write the answer?
Yes.
Why is Caitlin the only one answering? Did I use the correct information?
Yes.
Did I do what was asked?
Yes.
Is my answer reasonable?
Yes.
Why is it reasonable, Leslie?
Because they all agree on it.
Yeah, they all agree on it. So it's right, correct?
Right.
Okay. Okay, put that away and look at the new concept. Look at the new concept. Okay, new concept. Here we go. When lines cross, we say that they intersect. What happens when lines cross, everybody?
They intersect.
They intersect. Very good. If we draw two straight lines on the same flat surface, then those lines either intersect at some point or they do not intersect at all. Okay, so if we have two lines, when we put them on a surface, they are either going to eventually intersect or they're never going to intersect. Okay? So which two options do we have? Cole?
They either intersect or never intersect.
Yes, very good. Just two options there. Intersect or they never intersect. Okay? Lines that go in the same directions and do not intersect are called what, everybody?
Parallel lines.
Parallel lines. I'm reading right out of the book. Follow along. Parallel lines. Parallel lines always stay the same distance apart. Thinking of train track rails can give us the idea of parallel lines. Here are pairs of parallel lines and parallel line segments. What is the difference between parallel line and parallel line segment? Brady.
A line goes on forever and a line segment stops at the end of.
Very good. So if you look in our book, we have three sets of parallel lines and a parallel line segment. Okay? The parallel lines have arrows, meaning they continue on forever and ever. Now, the middle one, do they have arrows? No. So wherever the end of those two lines are, is where it stops. Okay? We've had some trouble with that on some of our homework. When it says line, we have to draw those arrows. If it says line segment, we can either put two dots at the ends of the lines, or we just leave it a line with no arrows. Okay? So I need two volunteers. Caitlin and Kaya. Brayden, scoot up to your desk real quick. I need Kaya and Caitlin to make parallel lines. On the floor. You can lay down.
Okay.
Are they parallel? Yeah, they sure are. Very good. Back to your seats. Back to your seats. Okay, lines on the same surface that are not parallel are called what, everybody? Guys, I'm reading right out of the book. Follow along. Follow along. Underneath the intersecting line segment. What is the first one a picture of, Brianna? Intersecting lines or intersecting line segments?
Intersecting lines.
Say it nice and loud.
Intersecting
Help her out. Christopher.
Intersecting line segments.
Why are they line segments?
Because they go kind of.
What's the difference between a line segment and a line?
A
Remember
line
Brandon's
goes
list?
straight up and down.
No. A line has arrows. It continues on and on
Oh.
forever and ever, right? A line segment has a starting point and an ending point. Okay? So why is that an example of an intersecting line segment?
because it has it doesn't have arrows.
Yeah, there's no arrows on it. Okay, the next one.
If there is anyone else who needs to do picture retakes, please come down to the library now.
Okay, so the second one, is that intersecting lines or intersecting line segments? Everybody?
Intersecting line segment.
Oh, careful. The second one. The second one.
Intersecting line.
Intersecting lines. Why is it intersecting lines, Caitlin?
Because they have arrows at the end.
Arrows. What's your question, Peyton? Alright, the next one. Does everybody see it? Put your finger on it. Put your finger on it. The next one. Okay, what is that a picture of? Intersecting lines or intersecting line segments? Christopher knows his hands up. Get ready?
Intersecting line segments.
Guys, stick with me. What is the difference between a segment and a line? Brayden, say it again.
A line keeps going on forever because it has arrows at the end of it. The line segment stops wherever the end points are.
Yeah, okay? So if I have a line segment, I have a piece of a line. A piece of a line is shown by either just a line with no arrows or a line with dots at the end. Okay? Now a line means it goes on forever and ever, which means it has arrows at both ends. Okay? Does that make sense? Give me a 1 to 4. 1 to 4. Okay. Moving on. Oh, I need 2 volunteers.
Oh, wait, what?
Peyton and Casey. Make intersecting line segments on the floor. Like the first one. Like the first one. Do you see the first one?
You have to lay on someone.
Huh? You don't have to lay on somebody. You can lay on the floor. Lay on the floor. Come on, Peyton, lay on the floor.
Oh, yeah, you don't.
Come on.
Come
Okay, lay on the floor.
on.
I'll show you. Lay on the floor.
Okay.
Okay. Peyton's going to pick his feet up. No, lay this way. Lay this way. Yep, you. Okay, lay on your stomach. You lay on your stomach. Alright, are they intersecting line segments? Are they? Yes, they are. Okay, Peyton. Alright, Casey. Good job. Alright, example. Oh, I'll continue reading. Alright, here we go. The pair of segments on the left are perpendicular. Perpendicular lines and segments intersect to form square corners. The other 2 pairs of lines and segments are oblique. Oblique lines and segments are neither parallel nor perpendicular. So a perpendicular line. What is a perpendicular line? Cameron.
A perpendicular line, isn't it like that?
It makes a what?
A T.
Kind of.
A small square. Oh.
It has to intersect, right? We said it has to intersect.
But it has to have
But it will always make a square. Wherever it intersects, it will make a square. Okay? Now, if I have intersecting, guys, if I have intersecting lines that look like this, are they perpendicular?
Yeah.
Well, they're
They're what, Caitlin?
oblique because they don't make a square.
That's right. Perpendicular lines, Christopher, have to make a square. Okay? Now, if I make, is that a square? Is it even? No, it's not, right? Is this a square that's even?
No.
No, it's not. Okay? So these are oblique lines. these are oblique. Okay. Example 1. Read it for me, Emma.
Draw a pair of oblique lines. What? We draw two lines that intersect but that do not form square corners. Maybe your angles are possible.
Okay, so I need to draw a pair of oblique lines. Sorry, oblique lines. So, Wesley, catch.
Okay.
Put your cap on your marker.
Okay.
Your cap on your marker.
Oh.
And Kaya, ready? Okay, go to the board. I need you to draw a pair of oblique lines.
Go, Key, go.
Go ahead. Oblique lines. Oblique lines.
Okay. Wesley, you're right. You're right, Wes.
No, it won't.
Wesley, you're right.
Okay, now I see one problem.
Oh, I know.
Oblique lines. Ben, what is it?
They don't have arrows.
What are they right now?
Line
Line segments. Very good. Can any of those places make an exact square? No, they can't. So are they oblique?
But the square would be
Yeah, it doesn't work, does it? Okay, have a seat, guys. Good job. Snaps for them. Ready? Good job. Okay, example 2. Read it for me, Brianna.
Which of the following figures does not appear to contain perpendicular segments?
Okay, so we have A, B, C, or D. Which of the following figures do not appear to contain perpendicular segments? What does it mean when they were perpendicular, Casey? They had to make what? A square. Okay, so look at A, B, C, and D. I need to know which one does not make perpendicular segments, right? Perpendicular segments. Raise your hand when you know the answer. Raise your hand. Put that away, Wesley. Raise your hand when you know the answer. Put this one. Which of the following figures does not appear to contain perpendicular segments? Almost everybody. I'll give you about 5 more seconds. Raise your hand once you know. Becca, do you know? Which of these is not going to contain perpendicular segments? Raise your hand. Raise your hand. 1, 2, 3. What is it?
D.
I hear some different answers. Well, let's figure this out. Perpendicular segments intersect to form square corners. Right there. Intersect. They have to intersect to make square corners, right? Okay, so the segments in A appear to be perpendicular. Do you see A?
Yeah.
Kind of have to turn your book a little bit. But it makes an L in that corner right there. It is perpendicular, right? Okay? The segments in B and D also appear to be perpendicular. So look at B. Where's B? It has 2 parts that can be perpendicular, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay? And D. Now that one's tricky, but if you close the bottom half of that X, what does it make? It makes an L, like an A, right? But which one does not make perpendicular line segments? C. C doesn't, right? They are too close together. Caitlin, you have a confused look on your face.
Yeah, at first I thought that you could do that at because I thought you could do like the bottom line, and you would have to connect how it's tilted. I didn't think you had to connect it. I didn't think you had to connect it to that. I thought you could do it right here with
Nope, it has to be where the lines are. Okay? Alright, moving on. Let's see here. When lines or segments intersect, angles are formed. An angle is an opening between intersecting lines, rays, or segments. We see in the figures below that the amount of opening can vary. Some angles may be more open or less open than the other angles. We have different names for angles depending upon how open they are. Okay, so I need 2 volunteers. Cameron and Christopher. Stand in the middle of the room, please. Okay, an acute angle. You are that? You'll have to lay down.
Go, Chris, go. Go, Chris.
Cameron's got the right idea. An acute angle, Cameron. Squeeze, try to touch your toes a little bit more. Not quite that much. There, right there. Okay, so the point where these is going to be where her legs go up and her body meets. Okay? Now, is it really close or is it really far apart? It's really close, right? So it's acute. What is it when it's really close? Acute. Acute. Okay, have a seat. Now, Christopher is going to make an obtuse angle. Christopher, hers was really close and it was acute. What is yours going to be? Really far apart. So show me an obtuse angle. Yeah, that's pretty good. His legs need to be a little bit straighter. There, better, okay? Better. So, I need everybody to put your hands together. Put your hands together. Okay? Make an L with your hands. I guess mine's probably backwards to you guys. Great. Huh? I want you to close your hands but don't touch them. Close your hands together but don't touch them. What is that? Acute. What is it, everybody?
Acute.
Don't close them together. Just barely. What is this?
Acute.
Okay, now open them up wide, but not flat like a straight line. Just open them up wide. Okay? Open them up wide. What is that?
Obtuse.
Obtuse. Okay? Now, when we very first put them together and our hands made an L, what was that? Right angle. Cole, very good. Right angle. Okay, now, when we flatten them all the way out, my arms don't bend quite like that, but when we flatten them all the way out, it's what, Cole? Straight. Okay, so I need everybody to stand up real quick. Stand up. Okay, with your arms, I need you to show me an acute angle. Acute angle. Acute angle. Acute angle. Very good. Okay, now with your arms, show me a right angle. Right angle. Cameron's got it. Right angle. There you go. With your arms. With your arms. One arm. Straight. One arm has to be really straight. There you go. Okay. Now show me obtuse. Not a straight line. I want to see obtuse. Y-M-C-A. Okay. Straight line. Straight line. Straight line. You got it. All right. Sit down. Go. Surf's up. Alright. An angle that is like the corner of a square is called a right angle. Right angles does not mean the angle opens to the right. A right angle may open in any direction. Right angle simply means square corner. Okay, so what does right angle mean? Square corner. Square corner. Sometimes we draw a small square in the angle to indicate that it is a right angle. Just a second. An angle whose opening is less than a right angle is an acute angle. So anything less than a right angle is what?
An acute angle.
Acute angle. Okay, so what do you think obtuse is?
Anything bigger.
Anything more than a right angle, right? Now, any angle whose opening forms a straight line is a straight angle. So, here's the trick. What is a right angle? How many degrees? Have you guys learned that? 90 degrees. So, anything less than 90 degrees is what? Acute angle. Anything more than 90 degrees is what? An obtuse. Now, what's a straight line?
180.
Very good, Ben. 180. Okay, example 3. Read it for me, Peyton. Okay, which of these angles appears to be a right angle? Raise your hand when you know the answer. Christopher knows. Casey knows. Becca, do you know? Peyton, do you know? What makes a right angle? Okay, 1, 2, 3. What is it?
B.
B? Look at B. Look at B. What is it? No, what is B?
L.
It's an L, right? out of our arms. Okay? So very good. It's a right angle. Now, A. What is A, Christopher?
Obtuse.
Very good. Obtuse. Okay, what is C? What is C, Brianna?
Acute.
Acute. And what is D, Peyton? Obtuse. Good job. Okay, lesson practice. Here we go. Ready? Lesson practice. Draw two parallel segments. Quickly, draw two parallel segments. Okay, two parallel segments. 1, 2, 2.5. 3. Show me. I can see yours. Segments. What are segments? Very good. Very good. All right. Awesome. Okay, you ready? Here we go. Draw two perpendicular lines. Two perpendicular lines. Show two perpendicular lines. Yeah, we might think about it. What did you and Casey do? Remember perpendicular lines? Caitlin had a great idea to remember parallel lines. Caitlin, why don't you share that with us?
Well, the way to remember parallel lines is because the two L's make the parallel, like the railroad track to me.
Okay, so in the word parallel, there's two L's right next to each other. Okay, that's how she remembers it. Good job. Okay, 1, 2, 3, show me.
That's how Mrs. Mueller told us to remember.
Did she? Awesome. Good trick. Very good job. Careful though. It had to be, what did it say? Draw two perpendicular lines. Does it make a right angle?
Yeah.
It sure does. Good job. Very good job. Okay. Erase. Draw two oblique segments. Draw two oblique segments. Two oblique segments. Two oblique segments. What was oblique? Do you remember? Oh, Becca's got it. No, two oblique segments. Okay, freeze right there. Oblique segments, what was that? Look back in our book. Brayden, read it for me. Back in your book.
Oblique lines, segments are neither parallel nor perpendicular.
Okay, remember, Alex, they are neither parallel nor perpendicular. Okay? So that is when they cannot be parallel. So they cannot be like this or like this, right? Okay? So it's neither one of those. Okay? They cannot be perpendicular, right? So they cannot be like this or... Here, let me write it this way. Okay? So it can't be a big T or a little t. Right? So what does it have to look like? Cole.
Have to be like this.
Yeah, basically, okay? Kind of like an X, okay? But it has to be, these cannot be,
They're just a little slanted more, so the ones have to be able to.
okay? This right here is not a square. Even though it kind of looks like one if you turn your head, it's not equal. It's bigger than 90 degrees, right? So, a pair of lines that intersect, but they do not have a right angle, and they cannot be parallel, okay? So it has to be like an X, kind of like an X, okay? So an oblique line has to be like an X. All right, moving on. Draw an example of each angle. I need to see an acute, an obtuse, and a right angle. Okay? Acute, obtuse, right angle. Write them in that order. Acute, obtuse, acute, okay. just a little bit bigger than when you do it. So it's almost a obtuse. Make sure it's obtuse. No, that's less than 90 degrees. Make sure it's obtuse. Very good, Cameron. 1, 2, 3. Show me.
Who?
Better, much better. Okay, here we go. Ready? And a cube has to be what? Less than 90, right? So make it really skinny. Make it really skinny. What does a right angle have to be? 90 degrees. Like that L, remember? I even saw some of you put the little box. Okay, what was obtuse? Remember? More than 90, okay? So when I make that one, I can start with the L, but then I need to go further. It's not quite a straight line, but it looks like it. Okay? Does that make sense? You guys did very well with that. Okay, one more thing. I need you to do 1, 6, 21, and 28. Okay? We have a little less than 10 minutes. 1, 6, 21, and 28.
If it's on the ground, it's on the ground.
Okay. Once again, show me 1 to 4. I'm helping you guys understand this. 1 to 4. Christopher, 1 to 4. What? Now, intersecting lines have what? The arrows. Okay, once again, real quick, I didn't see it. 1 to 4, show me how you feel